Hello, hello, hello. This is Roleplay Cafe. We are here for Joth, the Blackfish Bay Chronicles, I guess, session 45. Todd running OSE for us. We're here with Eloy, John, myself, and Dell may show up in a little while. We'll see. So take it away, Todd. Let's do it.
Late afternoon on the 26th, bitter moon. You brave adventurers, and we've got George the Liar, we've got Osric of Erland, right?
Of Erland, yes.
Yes, and oh my gosh, I'm having a cerebral flatulence.
Ungar
Roth. That's right, the dwarf. And that's it. The three of you come stumbling out of the southern tip of the Eastwood with a captive in hand. You have captured the Kraken, Gregor, the tentacled bandit who has been bothering travelers on the road between Blackfish Bay and Brickett's Bottom for a few months now. Mm-hmm. But you captured him, and also fought off a giant while in those woods without taking nary a scratch. I don't think any of you got hit by that.
It's crazy.
Somehow
it's crazy.
Crazy. So it's a little difficult and slow moving this unconscious tentacle bandit along with you. The two of you've got him under each arm, and you make your way slowly back to the road and south towards the Long Fang's lodge, hunting lodge.
Okay, perfect.
All right. To the southeast of the woods, you can see the beginnings of the Fogmire Fens, so it's very swampy and foggy in that direction, of course. Something, Osric, that maybe we hadn't pointed out before is if you look to the north, you will see a mountain range to the north, and there's an escarpment, a large set of cliffs on the edge of that mountain range. Those are the Kolos Mountains, and you can see smoke billowing from some sort of structure or community there. And you would know, because everybody in Joth can see this from Joth. This is the dwarven city of Sunder that has been sealed for many, many years. All the dwarves were called back, and they sealed themselves up in Sunder, and then shortly after, this smoke started billowing out, and it's been going on for decades. This smoke that and soot that just kind of drifts with the wind, and there's even communities to the northeast of Joth that have this soot raining down on them constantly and coat everything in their communities.
Okay.
Right? Yeah, and you can see also too space sporadically across the edge of the escarpment. You can see some dwarven towers there too. Mm-hmm. Right?
Yes, I will pause and look fondly off into the direction of the homeland. Maybe my eyes will well with tears as I wipe the snot in the cold from and further follow Osric and our captive.
Yes, whether you yourself did not make it in time for the gates to close, or whether that was an ancestor of yours, we'll leave it to you. All right, we're not really sure
the homeland. I'll never know.
Yeah, homeland. You'll never know. And we don't even know how long ago it is, because who the hell studies history, right?
Exactly. Who has time? I mean,
who has time with all this
fighting off giants and running from?
That's right.
Right.
That's right. So, anyways, you drag the unconscious Kraken with you, and eventually you make your way to the Long Fang's. I gotta find it here. Long Fang's lodge camp. Where are you? There you are. Okay. Okay, let's go to switch over to this. Okay. So you come in over here through this wooden arch wooden arch. Come through that wooden arch. Arch. There you go. You see a few buildings. The first one is the longhouse there, which would be on your left as you come in.
Mm-hmm.
And those of you that have been there before know that that's where communal living goes on. That's where they all sleep in there. Big fire pit outside there. And in the center, number 3, is a raised... it's a raised battle pit. Okay? Or trial pit. In Joth, they have large trial pits, and it's always trial by monster in Joth. You don't have a jury or anything like that. You're sent to the trial pits, and if you survive, well, hey, you're obviously
you must be innocent.
You must be innocent.
That's right.
And if you don't, well, then you were just a guilty bugger. You know.
That's right.
All right. So yes. So as you make your way into the not camping area, the lodge area. There'll be some guards around the fire who will approach you, and they will ask who you are and what is wrong with your unconscious companion. Do you need help?
We have captured this bandit and seek to trade him for one of your captives. Is Bolin near? We must speak with him.
Aye. We will take you to him. So, they first say that we should put the captive in one of the cells that are around the trial pit, so that we don't have to deal with him. So they will take him, and you can go too, and they'll put him over here in this cell here.
Mm-hmm.
I assume it's unoccupied.
It is unoccupied, yes.
There's not a toilet in there or anything.
Are those like beneath the pit, or do they form like the edges of a small
They form the edge of, so they form the edge of the pit. The pit is not in the ground. It's actually palisaded above ground.
Wow.
Got it.
With a walkway above it.
Wow.
And this is sort of, the buildings are sort of underneath.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Like the back wall of it is the actual palisade, right?
Right.
That's right.
Gotcha. Okay.
Makes perfect sense. Yes.
And so it's all wood construction, logs and such. Very sturdy wooden door with a small barred window in it, right? And so they help you get the Kraken into there, and then they lock it up.
Okay. And
they say, "Come, we shall go speak with Boland about your captive." So they take you to the longhouse. And in the longhouse, long central fire pit in the middle, raised platforms on either side where people will sit and eat and sleep, lots of furs, lots of trophies hanging from the walls, right? Last time you were here, one of the trophies you identified was there was a manticore's head very close to the central area where the leader, Boland, who you'll see in the top corner there. I think he's revealed up here, right? You see him?
Yep.
Yeah. So he's sitting on a makeshift, I wouldn't call it a throne so much. It's not that lavish, but it looks like big tusks on either side of it with some sort of animal's skin stretched between them in behind him, and he's sitting there with a flagon, probably of mead. And he sees you, and I guess he would recognize
George. Yeah.
George, for sure, eh? Unger?
No,
right? Okay. So, and George, you really didn't have much discussions with him in the last time you were here, right? It was Dell's character.
Yeah, that hung out with him all night.
Spent
the night with him, entertaining him. Yeah.
Yes.
We all spent time, a short period of time with him, but he basically said we had to talk to the jailer to arrange the release of
Hilda.
Yeah.
Hilda.
Yes. All right. So the guard goes up and speaks to him, whispers into his ear, and he quaffs down his refreshment, and he stands up and he goes, "Come, my friends, come. Come, eat, drink. You are welcome here in the lodge of the Longfangs. Come."
I will greedily hustle to the table, drop into a seat, and begin to eat and drink whatever I can get my hands on around.
And
greedily.
oh yes, and you're handed a flagon of mead. There's all kinds of game here that's cooking over the fire. You know, they slice you off large, juicy chunks of meat. Yeah. There's nuts and berries and all kinds of apples and such. And yes, you can eat your fill. And he will not talk any business with you until you have eaten.
I will study this manicore head closely. Does it look familiar?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. At some point, I will look around the Long Fang, the people at the Long Fangs, as I survive the encounter with this manticore, right? And I will get the attention of one of the Long Fang and ask them if that is that the manticore of the Iron Falls? Was it the Iron Maiden Falls?
Maiden Falls.
Maiden Falls.
And the Long Fang. Yes. A group of worthy adventurers recently defeated the creature and donated its head to our lodge.
Oh,
yes. Brave adventurers these are. Yes.
Well, I've seen the creature in action up close,
you did.
And I barely survived. I got out alive, but my friends did not. It is great to see its head mounted on the wall. I'll lean into Osric and whisper, "We must get back to Maiden Falls. There is great treasure at the foot of the falls, Osric." I don't say it loud enough for anybody but Osric to hear.
Right. That is good news.
All right.
Master Bolin, I thank you for your hospitality. I am Osric of Erland. Tell me, I know little of these, of your Longfangs here. I see a dead manticore. Is it what you Longfangs do here? Hunt monsters in the forest?
We hunt the creatures of the forest. We also capture them for the trial pits of Joth. And so for the trial pit that will eventually be used here in time. Yes.
I've seen. So you provide the city with much needed instruments of justice.
That is what we provide, yes.
Then perhaps I can bring you good news of a sort.
How's that?
There is a giant in the woods to the east.
Yes, we have heard of this creature.
We ran afoul of it not a day ago.
Come, Osric. It ran afoul of you. You did not know it, but Osric drove it from the woods, severely wounded.
Is that so?
Do not be so humble, Osric. You are the one who it ran afoul of.
Drove it off.
And I say
the three of you,
with no jest, as I tear meat loose with my teeth.
He finds this very amusing. What's your charisma, Osric?
8. So not 8. Good.
So you got a -1. Okay, so I'm gonna roll a reaction check. We'll just see how he takes this news. All right. Here we go. 2d6 and 5.
Oh, not good.
Well, he kind of strokes his chin. He says, "The three of you fought off a giant."
No, and I spit a bone from my teeth. No. Osric here ran it off, badly wounded. Not the three of us. I look at George.
I witnessed it with my own eyes. This man single-handedly drove a giant off with its metaphorical tail between its legs.
Mm-hmm.
Wounded it, did I? Not killed it, but I bloodied it.
My friends,
forced it to retreat.
This is the best tale I've heard in quite a while. If that is indeed the fact, then is this creature weakened?
It is. I wounded it myself. I drew blood with my blade.
Well,
twice I struck it in the arms.
Master Giant Killer. Mm-hmm. Master Giant... Oh, maybe... Do you know that in Blackfish Bay, the Reeve has been offering 500 gold pieces for the death of that creature?
That is a hefty sum.
Mm.
But I am no giant killer.
Not as much, my friend, as the Longfangs would take for it alive. We would pay 1,000 gold pieces.
Oh, you hear that, Osric? We should fetch it and bring it back alive.
Well, we were lucky indeed that we managed to emerge unscathed, just 3 of us. Giant Killer is perhaps too far, but Giant's Bane, certainly I am, for I drove it off. But if the price be that high, then perhaps you can loan us men, and we can hunt it down to its lair and capture it for you.
And we could certainly take them and show them how it is done.
There are 2 problems with that plan, though.
Yes?
2 things that stand in our way. One is an encampment of bandits, whose leader we captured and handed up to your man.
Oh, what? now he's like, wait a minute. You first of all, you are the bane of giants and scared off a giant, and now you're telling me you are also capturing bandits in the East Wood?
The Kraken himself I captured with my friend.
The 3 of us. The 3 of us.
I gotta roll here. See what it. Oh, he's still kind of skeptical.
Yeah, he's still very skeptical.
You know.
Hey, can
Go for it.
Can I get my charisma bonus?
Yeah,
for,
right.
For this?
Sing a song, man.
Yeah.
Oh, what's your charisma? What's your charisma bonus? Well, tell us a tale.
Let's hear the poem of Osric.
Yeah. Yes, maybe you are better at telling us the tale of the bandits' capture. Maybe to some musical accompaniment.
Yeah, let me find an MP3 real quick. So I'm just going to give an overview of the tale that George spins.
Okay.
But he pulls out his lyre and does slow build up, telling how we were, we journeyed through the thicket tunnels in the deep woods, and came across an abandoned cabin, which we investigated, and we were come upon by this large giants, and from the safety of the cabin, Unger and I fired our missiles or our arrows at it while we watched. Osric. Slash at its legs and its toes and
arms.
Let it scampering off. And then we continued our journey to the bandit camp, where we separated the 2 parties and launched a devious sneak attack and drove off and killed all but the Kraken, whom we carried back.
And as he tells that, I'll pull the warhammer that I have that I took from the Kraken up and drop it so it sets on its head on the table and rock it. I kind of rock it back and forth as I kill the rest of the mead, finish off a flagon of mead, wipe my beard, and we are here to make a trade of this Kraken.
Well, let's see how he reacts to George's retelling of the tale. All right, and what's your bonus for Constitution?
I believe it's just +1 because I have 15.
Okay, all right.
Or you mean charisma?
Oh my lord! No.
Are the dice treating us as bad?
Oh,
Are they
my
treating?
Lord.
Oh my lord! They're treating us
This
as
is
badly
revenge.
as they treated us well last
Yeah.
game.
This is the
Holy
Dice's
cow.
revenge, I think.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. So
Wow.
he is really, really skeptical of this. He's like, come. He says, let's go see this Kraken of yours. And he wants you to accompany him to the cells.
Mm-hmm.
So we all file out, and most of the people from the longhouse go too, and they're laughing at this whole tale.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah, I can imagine
And,
everybody's piling out into the winter snow and cold, right?
Yep.
Right, to see this.
Come and see this, and they get there, and the jailer opens the door, and there you see the unconscious form of Gregor the Kraken lying in there. It might be a little hard to tell that he's got a tentacle the way he's kind of lying,
I'll hustle in to the cell and lift the tentacle up and show it. Here, this is not evidence, and I'll drop it, and I'll give him a little boot in the ribs as I leave the cell.
And he lets out a little grunt, and then the jailer closes up the door again. The long fangs, those that were able to lean in and see, they're like, okay, well that's him, that's a Kraken, and Boland is like, oh well, it seems at least part of your tale is true, my friends.
But if not part of it's true, is not all of it true?
Well, that remains to be seen. If you are indeed going to bring back this giant. Something that you will have to discuss. Come, let us go back and have some more mead and food, and we shall discuss the plans. Mm-hmm. And at that point, I just have to step out for one moment and tuck my son in. I'll be back shortly.
Sure.
The fickle dice. Unbelievable. A 2? Are you kidding me? So you guys rolled a 5, a 6, and a 2. Unbelievable.
This is Dell in spirit with us.
I'm telling you what. It's crazy.
Bringing us his dice energy, his strong dice energy.
Yeah. That's what
I'm wondering if...
Go ahead.
I was wondering if I should attempt to enchant Bolin with my music. I'm not sure how that will go if things turn south and I fail.
Mm.
Well, you probably want to keep your eye on the ball with the lady, right?
Yes.
So maybe try the trade, and if he laughs at you again, if he rolls another 2 when trading, then maybe you push it with the enchantment or something.
Yeah, what we don't want to find is that he decides to see Osric prove it in the. We don't want to see him prove that you are what you.
We just so happen to have a giant. We can battle it in the trial pit.
Yeah.
And we're back. Okay, so so back to eating and drinking with the long fangs, and yes, so. Is that what you want to do? You want to employ some of the long fangs, or try to?
Well, I'll describe the problems as I see them to the Lord. I'd say, Lord Boland, there's problems with going straight to gather the giant. There's a bandit encampment of which the Kraken was the leader. We managed to slay a handful of his minions, but more remain behind, at least half a dozen. On top of that, we found some sort of strange maze through the brambles and thorns of the forest, from a strange clearing where scarecrow-like figures of ancient bones were arrayed. It had the look of a holy place, but I know not the customs of this land. And in that maze of thorns, we ran afoul of two people up in the woods, up on a tree. They gave us strange warnings, and we were left with the uneasy thought that these might be the wild elves of the forest we've heard of.
Yes, Fey folk, which who
we
birth
did come
themselves
across.
from tree stumps. Ah,
Yes, we saw it with our own eyes.
Really?
A wild elf cocoon.
Oh.
So if we are to tread back to those woods, we definitely need more men. I suppose the blood from the giant would make it relatively easy to track until the next snowfall, that is. But between the bandits and the elves, we would be treading up on dangerous ground.
And
Alright.
even if Ozra can or can capture this giant, I don't think the three of us could carry the giant back. We had enough trouble with the Kraken himself.
this is true.
Well, preferably we would want it. The Longfangs would want the giant alive. So
Yes.
he would have to be subdued. And in that case, well, maybe there is something we could do about it. But first of all, let's see if Bolin is even going to entertain the idea of sending his men into the woods with you. Okay, we'll use George's +1 bonus.
Mighty
another-
+1 bonus.
Not mighty +1, and here we go. And the survey says, okay, that's not terrible.
Yeah.
No,
9? That's not terrible.
That's not
Okay,
bad.
all right. So he considers it for a few moments, and then he says, "Very well, then. I will give you some of my men. Let's roll a d6. How many men is he going to give you? He's going to give you 6 men.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes, that's my
And do you have a large wagon or something that we can use to transport the unconscious
Well,
giant?
yes, we do. I guess we could take the wagon and the 2 draft horses and drive it up to the edge of the woods. But you'd have to drag the body out.
Would 6 men be enough for that?
No, 9. Well, 8 and a
9,
dwarf.
Yeah.
And I can think of someone else who would be of great assistance in this endeavor. The reason we've returned the Kraken is to exchange him for the freedom of Hilda, one of the other captives that I approached you with several nights before.
Yes. As I said, though, before, that decision is not mine to make. That is the Justicar's decision.
And has the Justicar returned?
Let's see. 1, 2, 3. He'll be here. Nope. He is not returned.
You cannot release her into our custody.
Perhaps she can. Yes, perhaps she can prove herself in the endeavor of capturing this giant for the Longfangs. Between the exchange and the giants,
which would testify well on her behalf in front of the Justicar. Of course, we know you have no authority on this matter, but
No. I tell you what, I will release her to you, but if she does not return to meet with the Justicar and to behold his decision, then I'm afraid the Justicar will more than likely be out looking for you. So make sure she does return.
that sounds like a reasonable agreement.
Very well then.
Good.
I will have the jailer release her. In the meantime, though, we shall eat and and have entertainment here. And George, play some more of that stringed instrument of yours.
Very well. And he starts a love ballad of.
Oh yes.
Don't you know something more festive, George? Can you not get these men dancing? And I'll stand a little bit inebriated, just a little bit, and I'll do a little shuffle.
With the request, he speeds up the tempo. He speeds up the tempo a bit, and in such a way to get people up and on their feet.
Right. All right. And in time, they bring Hilda into the longhouse in shackles, and then they release her in front of all of you. And Boland explains the situation to her, and that she is released into your custody, and that it would be wise if she did return upon the completion of this mission, for her and for all of you.
Mm-hmm. Did George? Did you inform us of your relationship with her? I don't remember.
I think I just at a very high level that I wanted to trade the Kraken for my true love. I probably explained it as.
Right. You don't really have a relationship with her, though, do you?
But we wouldn't know that. I mean, if he told us it was his true love, we wouldn't know.
I don't know.
We've known each other it's been a whole winter since.
It's been a whole winter. Okay, all right.
And she seemed, if you remember, before we left the Longfang Lodge, she seemed indifferent rather than opposed.
That's right. That's right.
Indifferent.
Things are progressing.
That's right. Okay. Right. Well, I'm gonna see how when she sees you and the fact that she's been released and all this. I'm gonna add +2 to the roll, plus your charisma.
Oh, nice.
And let's see how she takes it. And she's like,
"Oh God."
Okay. Well, not terrible. Not terrible, because that's an 8. Okay. That's an 8.
I lean into George. Do not take it personally. She is upset. She has been imprisoned, and her life is on the line. It's not you, George. It's not you.
No. For a second, you almost think you see just a little hint of a smile in her eyes when she looks at you, George. All right?
And I give her a food and drink because she's probably lived on scraps for the past week or two, or however long she's been in captivity at this point.
Very well. And so the evening continues, and eventually Boland calls for more mead, and one of the Longfangs comes out, and he goes, "Sire, we are out of mead. The mead is gone. We have no more." And he's not very happy about that. Mm-hmm. He's like, "Well, then we must send for more from that mead maker up in Bricket Bottom, the halfling. We will send for more. Yes. But we'll break out the ale then, I suppose." And they carry that on. Mm-hmm. All right. So I take it you will be staying there the night.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So during the night,
I'll end up sleeping where I pass out.
Yeah, but before we all pass out, I'll go over to George and say, "Friend George, in tales, it is said that highly skilled bards and minstrels can weave magic with the power of their songs. Are you skilled in such matters?"
I am, but I try not to make that common knowledge.
Well, I only bring this up because if we are to face a giant, then we can use all the advantages we can get our hands on. A little bit of magic to soothe the savage beast, if possible.
I've never tried it on someone of
or at least soothe the savage woman, as I kind of point in Hilda's direction.
Have you seen a picture of Hilda, Eloy?
I think the redhead with the strong redhead with the
Yeah.
It looks
Kinda
like
like a
Red
red-
Sonja. Red Sonja.
yeah.
Yeah. Except not as scantily clad.
Right. Except
More sensible.
Respectfully dressed. Correct. Yes.
Yeah. Sensibly dressed. Sensibly dressed.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
All right. Okay. So yes, the evening continues on. Up to you how much you want to imbibe, but eventually things do settle down, and you all find a place to curl up. Whether it's on the ground in front of the fire or on one of the platforms, I don't know. Right?
Yes.
Okay. So the next morning, people start to rise. You hear the sounds of throats and noses being cleared into various bowls of water, and wiping their eyes with the same water and washing their faces. You know. And
There's a certain order you should do it in.
There is a certain order, but they don't help. No. Not the long fangs.
Right.
Yep. All right. So everybody kind of goes to get up, and Unger, you go to get up, and you're finding it difficult to rise.
Oh, okay.
Right.
I have had too much to drink, I believe.
And you're lying on the ground by the fire that's down to its embers now. And it's like your hands won't rise, and you can't move your feet.
Uh-oh.
All right. You got a blanket over you.
Right.
And, so you're a little troubled by this, squirming and such, and you just feel this resistance to your movement.
Right. What was in that mead last night? And I'll lift my head and look about the room. What was in that mead last night? And then I'll plop back down as I try pulling my hands up, my feet up.
You can't. And Longfangs are stepping over you and chuckling about whoever heard of a dwarf that could not handle his liquor and ale and mead.
What?
And they just go about their business.
This is a bad joke. You have done something to me, and then I'll begin to cry out.
I stand up and I tear the blanket off of whatever his cloak or whatever he's using to sleep of Vanguard, right? It's like up and at him.
And I'm laying there with my eyes wide, looking at Osric. I think I am paralyzed, Osric. And I'll move my head around, but I'll try to pull my hands.
And you can sit up now, but you can't raise your hands from your side and your feet, and you look down and you see that your fingers have sprouted gnarly wooden like roots that have dug into the ground, and
yes.
Your feet that were you took your boots off, I would suppose, have also, your toes have sprouted these same root-like appendages that have dug into the ground, and they are as thick as a finger or a toe.
Holy cow! When I look and see it, I will shake my head. This is but bad hallucinations, bad mead, is it not, Osric?
I think this is from the spores that you breathed inside of the cabin.
And then I'll look at George in horror and begin to scream and scream and
Why the dragon god? What curse is this?
The long fangs are gathering around, looking at this.
There must be a cure. You must find a cure for this.
First of all, you need to make a save versus poison.
Uh-oh, here we go. Oh, wait, what is my saver? Oh, I don't have it on my sheet. Oh, no, I don't. Well, I'll roll, and if it's close, we'll look it up. I'm not trusting that it's going to be close.
What?
Level 1 dwarf?
Oh, I don't think so. 10?
Uh-oh.
Level 1 dwarf?
10.
No, I doubt it.
Poison is a 10 for level 1 dwarf.
It is? Okay, and I have no con
Yes.
bonus, so no bonus. So I made it?
Oh, no, wait. I'm sorry. P is... I'm sorry.
That's
T
petrification.
is death and... Yeah, I got them confused. It's an 8, actually.
Oh,
It's
I
an
made
8. Oh, you made it.
Nice.
Okay, that's good.
Nice.
Good. Okay,
God.
super.
Oh, I thought
That's
you had to roll
amazing.
under it.
That is
Okay.
amazing.
Never mind.
No, you roll over it for saving throws.
Okay.
Right.
All right.
So
Yeah.
what did I roll?
That's why it's so good for a dwarf, because their constitution is
Super
Yes,
sturdy.
correct.
Right.
Yeah.
super sturdy. Okay. Okay, fine. Yeah. So well. Anyways, you don't know. Okay. Yeah. So there you are. You're stuck to the ground.
Okay. And screaming.
Yes.
Because
yes.
this is horror. Horror.
I understand your distress, but just give us a moment, and there's no need to panic quite yet.
Yeah, I stopped screaming long enough
You're
to
not
hear you.
dead like
then-
that thing that we found in the cabin.
And when you
going to take out my
mention that
dagger.
image, I start screaming again because I remember the image and it was horrific. So I'm now screaming like hell. No way. No way.
I need
Yeah.
to see if you feel this, and I'm going to begin taking I'm going to take my dagger and start to try
Please
to cut
kill
one of
him,
its toes.
Osric. Kill him now. And I'll scream as he's drawing this dagger toward my appendages.
Okay, so you're cutting into the roots.
Yes, that are growing like well away from where his toe would actually be. I'm going to try to free one of the toes, starting with his small toe.
Okay.
Okay,
Well, he doesn't
I need that
feel
toe.
that much pain. You are aware that something's happening,
Okay.
but as you cut into it, a little bit of blood does come out of the root.
Oh.
it's a buff.
Does this hurt?
I'll look toward it, and then when I see the blood, I start screaming again. Yeah, I don't feel it, but when I see the blood, I start screaming. This is
Okay.
This is insanity.
Is there a priest or a cleric or a healer or something nearby who may be able to help us with this?
Boland,
Situation.
Boland is walking over with an axe, and he goes, "We can have him broken. We can break him free rather quickly."
I'm not opposed to that as a last resort,
I
but
am
think-
opposed to it.
I've seen this before.
It is growing from my feet, my hands.
Yes. Well, it looks like you're only in the beginning stages of the affliction, my friend.
Thank
Oh,
God.
well, did the previous members of the Long Fang that were infected by this, how did they fare?
Well, there's only been a few of us that have been afflicted by such, but one did not fare so well because we weren't really too wise to the ways of this affliction. But eventually, this is the second, I believe, we sent to Blackfish Bay to see the priest of Thraxis there.
And did you hear from him again after he went to Blackfish Bay?
Yes. All was well. He was healed of this affliction.
With that, I settle a little bit when I hear healed. Healed. Then fetch her now.
If you're skilled and experienced with this affliction, I guess I will let you do your thing. And I step away from Angora. As,
He comes up with this axe.
Oh my God! Yeah.
He's like, "Friend dwarf, do not move."
Ungar's eyes grow huge, and I look to Osric and back to what he's about to do, and back to Osric. Are you going to let this happen, Osric?
And the axe
You must-
swings and comes down with a crunch
Okay.
on the roots on your left foot,
Okay.
and there's blood splurting up, and you felt that, all
Yeah.
right?
And I'm screaming. I'm back to screaming.
Oh yes, back to screaming, but he very quickly before you can protest too much, he cuts you free. Take 1 point of damage.
Okay. Holy cow. I will look at my hands, my feet. Did he just cut my feet free or my whole body?
No, your hands too. He moved quickly.
Okay, now I'm down to 1 hit point.
Oh,
Did I get anything back for healing?
From
our wounds?
yeah, 1 night. So, I'll give you 1 hit point.
Okay, so I got 2 now with that. Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm up.
Oh, we-
6 is my max, but I'm suffering from some injury. I don't know what I suffered last time. We suffered some
okay.
damage, didn't we?
Some damage.
We must have. Okay, so I will see if my hands are working. Can I grab my axe? Can I use my fingers?
Yeah, but it's like you've got you're wearing like wooden nails.
Oh, criminy.
You can't quite get a good grip around because of this.
Oh.
We'll get you a carving knife, and you can clean those up, so you'll be good as new.
Oh, as I watch the blood drip from the ends of them. Right?
Oh, no.
Oh, God.
Well, Master Bolan, we must take our friend Ungar to see the priests then.
Yes, I need exactly. Osric is right. I must have this alleviated. I can't fight giants in this state.
It would seem so. Well,
How long will it take you to prepare the draft horse and the wagon?
not very long at all. We could have it ready within the hour.
And how far is Brickett's... Or no, wait. It wasn't... Did you say Brickett's Bottom?
Blackfish. No,
Blackfish
Blackfish
Bay.
Bay.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
we're
how
closer
long-
to that.
how long
So
travel?
that
Yeah.
a few hours.
Okay.
Well,
Then what are we waiting
it's-
for? Let's go.
if it
And I'm
snows
kind
again...
of waddling toward the door, dragging my stumpy feet.
So I talked to Bolan. It says if it snows again, we'll probably lose the Giant's Trail.
Aye,
But my
aye.
friend's life takes precedence.
Oh, he has time. He does have
Perhaps-
time, my friend.
Perhaps the two of you should head to to Blackfish Bay and get Ungar taken care of. And I give them 50 gold to purchase horses so that they can catch up to us.
I can
Perhaps
There are
just
horses, yeah.
give. There's 6 men here, or Hilda. Just have one of them with a horse take me, and then
Not
we
a lot of
will
horses.
catch you up.
Only the Longfangs only have the 2 draft horses.
Mm.
Oh,
Yeah, you
There's
okay.
can't
not a
ride
lot of
draft
there's
horses.
not a lot of horses in the region. The
Right,
only horses
right,
that you've
okay.
got have either come upriver
Okay.
from Savory Cove or they've come through the
Mm.
portal. So there's not that many. All right.
save the gold for the priests.
Mm-hmm.
They might require a fee or a
Well, we
donation.
load everybody up. We all go, and then we can all travel together back when this is done, right?
But,
Or
we,
if you
we
have to
might
leave me with
lose
a priestess, you can leave me with a priestess.
Oh, so
we
now
might
it's
lose the trail of the giants if we all go.
Ah,
What I was thinking was the two of you go and catch up with us, while Hilda and I and the 6 men begin tracking this giant.
Find the lair.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. See if you can mark the lair and get us so we know where he lies. He's been wounded, so it'll take him some time to recuperate. Then we can plan how to best ambush the beast.
all right. So it's early in the morning. You'd have to go to to Blackfish Bay.
Blackfish.
Actually, let's just.
Yeah, could you show the map again real quick?
Yep.
Because I was thinking we sent I forget what his name is, but we sent the we paid for the boat repairs for the
Stallworth. Yeah.
ferryman. Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe he is going to be at Blackfish Bay, and he could take you more quickly by foot. I mean, by boat, than you would go by foot.
He could cut off a bit of time going to the east shore of the lake.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's a possibility if you find him, and if the boat's repaired. That was only
Right. A couple of days ago. Yeah.
a day or 2 days, right? A couple days ago.
Yeah, it's been
Right.
The
So that would depend on that.
24th of Bitter Moon or something, I think.
Yeah. So it's like it's
It's not
about
gonna be
a
done.
little less than half a day from the hunting lodge back to
Right.
Blackfish Bay, right?
Okay.
So you can count on it being another full half day to get back to the East Woods.
Okay.
So it'd be almost nightfall.
Right.
Right, by the time
That's
we
if
make it
everything
back.
went well.
Right. That's the itinerary. However, we'll tackle one bridge at a time. Right. We'll get to Black.
Right.
And hopefully George can hunt the creature.
Yeah. What is the weather look like? Is there cloud coverage or?
Let's see. The lower, the worse it is. So
It's going to be one more.
what's it gonna do? Oh, okay.
No.
All right, not that bad. Not that bad. Partially sunny with some clouds.
Okay.
No precipitation.
Well, it seems we may have some time before any possible future snowfall. Be as quick as you can, considering your condition. We will head towards the East Woods when we're ready, and hopefully you will not be far behind us.
I will stop and look up at George and put a bloody stumpy hand on his shoulder and look him in the eye and say, Thraxus be with you, but George, do not under any circumstances take on the giant without Osric. And then I'll drop my hand and turn away and begin to walk toward the road.
All right.
Blackfish Bay Road.
You guys. Okay. So George, you and Hilda and the 6 Longfangs are taking the wagon
Yes.
with the draft horses. All right.
Yes, and we're gonna try to make a camp somewhere for the wagon and the horses to stay.
All right.
And then I don't know what order you want to do all this stuff in, but the idea being we at least start an investigation as to where the giant could possibly.
Yes. Okay. Well, first we have to get to where we're going, so we have to see if there's any encounters for either of you on the way.
Okay.
Right? So Ungar and Osric are on foot,
Yes.
heading to Blackfish Bay. So let us
Blackfish
see
Bay.
how they do.
And we have the money that George donated to us because we're broke otherwise, right?
Right.
We
How much have you got?
Well, I had some
Nothing,
from the
yeah.
I had some from the Maiden Falls, but I don't remember how much I had because it's not.
Oh,
written here.
let's see.
No, I'm
wait a
gonna-
minute. Let's see.
I have to say I gave them the 50
I
gold.
have, I have 10 pieces of
needed it.
gold. So
I'm going to say that I gave them the 50 gold in case they need to pay the priest or get transportation or something like that.
Sure.
All right. How far back did I've got the Grudge Guardian's treasure? I've
Yeah, Maiden Falls.
got...
I
I'm
normally
trying to see here.
keep all that in my character
Wait.
file, but I have somehow,
Oh, wait a minute. I'd like to add.
and I've got the Warhammer, the Kraken's Warhammer.
Yeah. Okay. No, I don't see anything from Maiden Falls.
So
here,
I
it
didn't
must
get
have
away.
been
I didn't
before.
get away with any actual stuff. Okay, I thought I had.
No, I'm
because
not saying you didn't. It's there's just I started this channel treasure trove probably after that.
Right. Normally I would jot it in there, so somehow I didn't. It might be in my notebook somewhere. One of my notebooks.
Yeah. No, I've got session 38.5. The Grudge Guardian's armor and axe now lie.
Yeah.
At the base
Yeah,
of
now that's the
Maiden's Falls.
treasure I was telling. That's the
Yes.
treasure I was telling Osric about.
Yeah,
That's at the bottom
yeah.
of the falls, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
are the falls the far western, like
Yeah.
where the Dwarven Tower is?
No, they're to the west of. If you look at the map that we have
off-map.
here. Yeah, they're to the west of the Sarogdan Woods, Smaragdan Woods, whatever we call them there.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
It's not in the map then. Okay,
It's
cool.
not on the map. No.
Okay, cool.
Actually, I think I have a larger map. Let's see. Is that it? Is this it?
Oh,
That's it. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh,
Yeah,
that is
way over there by Hexmore.
gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
Way
right.
over there, far.
Way over there
Yeah.
is Maiden's
My
Falls.
God, yeah, that's so. I must have spent all of those months that I was playing other characters hiking to Blackfish Bay.
Oh no! I mean, no. It's not really that far. Okay. I mean, Lake of Talons is 3 or 4 miles north to south in length. All right.
So
Nice.
it's about here, Todd.
Maiden Falls is right there.
Oh, okay, okay.
Okay, so it's where the river comes down and it widens out into this area, and then
Okay.
narrows back down again. There's a little island in there too.
Okay, that's
it's not a lake.
This is the waterfall per se. Okay, got it. Got it.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yes, and all that treasure was in Bomerick, who sunk to the bottom.
Right.
That's right.
The lake.
Right.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So you two are able to get to Blackfish Bay by midday.
Okay.
No encounters on the road. Now we'll see how
Nice.
our companions do getting to the woods. And they get to the East Woods without incident. Very well. All right, so let's see who we'll start with. Let's see. Okay, so if I roll a 1, 2, or 3, we'll start with Blackfish Bay. We are going to start in Blackfish Bay.
All right.
All right. So, Ungar, you will definitely notice that there has been a change in Blackfish Bay over the winter. There's how it used to look.
You're right. Right.
Now it's all sunken.
And there's been a lot of construction since the portal opened, and now it's got a little bit more going on.
Wow.
All right. They're starting to build a palisade wall on the west side.
Yeah. I
There's
should
more
have waited
tents.
and sold my farm to the powers that be.
Mm-hmm.
I let
Yes.
Trotter have that for 1,200 gold. My other character, Arik. Arik's got a pocket full of gold. I don't know where Arik's at, though. We haven't played him in a while.
Yeah. All right. So the two of you make your way across the little footbridge that's under construction there, across the river, and there's no other bridge into town, so you've got to take the ferry. There's a little ferry boat there,
Okay.
run by a couple of kids,
Sure.
you know, and for a couple of copper pieces, they'll take you across.
Okay.
All right.
Sure.
I asked him
Okay.
if they know if they know of the priestesses. Are they available? Are they in town? I'm sweating. You know, I am clearly angst-ridden and agitated. I'm asking these young boys, get right in their face. You know.
Is there a temple or a shrine to the dragon god, boys?
Oh, of course there is. Of course there is, sir. Yes. Yeah, in the center of town, right? And so this structure out in the lake, it's a lake town sort of idea. It's built up on stilts, and a huge platform's been built out there, and there's various buildings under construction. Those are the ones that have the unfinished lines,
Right.
in the upper left corner there.
Okay.
So you can see lots of activity there. So you see as you make your way towards that, right about here, you will pass a very old, worn statue of what looks like a knight of some sort,
Okay.
worn down by time. You can also see what you would have passed was these structures here,
Right.
and there's some sort of cross of some sort, not in a cross shape, but they've got a cross.
I lost
beam.
audio there.
Oh, okay. So you got these two things
Huh?
are like cross beams, and they've got two. Looks like two zombies strapped to them. Right?
So are they moving?
Yes, they are moving, and they've got placards around their necks that say "Abomination." Right?
Oh, okay.
Actually,
Oh.
one of them isn't a zombie. One of them looks to be a perfectly normal human,
Guy. Yeah.
right?
Okay.
He's like pleading with everybody that goes by. He's like,
Yes.
and he's got the sign on. I'm not an abomination. I'm not. I'm alive. I'm alive. Really, I am. Please help me.
I stop and I look up at him and I show him my hands and I pull my feet up. My boots, the end of my boots are, ruptured, of course.
Yeah.
And I say, we have our own troubles. Good luck to you, abomination. And I'll storm off toward the catwalk, right?
And he's wailing
I'll-
and screaming to the
I'll-
sky.
I'll make the sign of your guy of the white door, right? Like to abjure the evil.
Yes.
I guess it's a white hand,
Yes.
open hand or
Right.
something like this.
Okay, yeah.
It's like to ward off evil, right? It's like
And yet you hear his screams as you make your way across the footbridge here through the gatehouse. Oh yes, yes, that will be something too. As you come to the gatehouse, there'll be some guards there, and they'll ask you, "Are you seekers?"
No.
All right, and they'll look you over, make sure you're not carrying any identifier as one of the seekers. And they go, "Very well then. We must inspect how much coinage you have upon you and take our tithe from you before you may enter." So they've got a table there,
Right.
and they're pretty much like, "Okay, show us what you got." Right?
Okay. So I
And-
clumsily unload my warhammer, set it down, and my mace and my shield. I just kind of unload my stuff and pile it up there.
Yes. And the gold?
Yes.
Okay. They look at your weapons. They're not too interested in that. The hammer doesn't impress them. But the gold, they zero on that, and they get out their quill and paper, and I don't know. Okay, that will be 5 gold pieces for tithing.
Okay. I will count them out and slide them to them, and then pack everything back up.
Mm-hmm. All right. And they welcome to Blackfish Bay.
I'll take 3 steps away toward the heart of toward the temple, and then I'll stop and look back and ask them, is this a day pass? How long does this last? Do I pay a tithing every time I come to the gate?
Why, yes.
Ah.
The tithing of Thraxus must be raised. We are short on time.
Then I must stay as long as I can. Then, and I'll storm off toward the. Right.
So I lean over and I say, "Friend Ungar, what are these seekers that they asked about? I'm still learning the ways of Joth, having come all the way down from Erland."
They are. Help me here, Todd. They are seekers of. Oh God.
Seekers are there's different.
Oh, shoot! I can't
crews of seekers, teams, I guess you'd call them.
Right.
That they go out and they search out treasure troves.
Right. That's what it is.
To accumulate
for Thraxus.
The tithe for Thraxus beyond what
their treasure hunters,
normal
basically. Yeah.
taxes and such can raise.
Yeah.
All right. If a community cannot raise enough of tithe treasure, then they'll empty out the jails and sacrifice the prisoners to Thraxus too.
Right. Okay.
And if there's still not enough to satisfy the dragon god, well, he'll just, turn his back on that community and let the wax have its way.
Right.
Blackfish Bay is just now experiencing the wax, and they're hoping that they're going to be able to raise enough of a tithe so that Thraxus will come and save them from the wax.
Right.
And does one need a license to become a seeker?
Yes. There's licenses. They're like a guild. Okay. There's the ones that we've the Long Fangs are in a sense
kind
seekers.
of like seekers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
They will look for treasure, but their main thing is finding creatures for the trial pits.
Yeah. I think one of my first characters was a seeker.
No, it's good to know. This might be, maybe the taxes are easier on you because you're already seeking, right? So, at least at the door, right? At the temple, they're probably really steep, but at least at the door,
And you have heard of other crews like the Jade Ravens,
right,
and the Crimson Moons, and they all have all their own kind of thing and their own backers and such, right? All right. So so you're making your way, trying to find the temple here, and that would be number 6, and that's where you see that Unger. Maybe you would have known that this was at one time the shrine temple of Asgrim the Allfather.
Yes.
But after Father Willem was booted out of town.
Right. And the
Since
Grudge
then,
Party, and
these
he decimated it as he tore down the walls. Right.
yes, it looks like the priests of Thraxis have come from Joth and have taken it over as their own.
Okay.
And you'll make your way towards there. But let's go over to
Yes.
the East Woods at this point and talk with George and Hilda and the others. All right. So we'll change our map over to here. Split party there. Splitting the party. Okay. All right. So, John, you're there?
Yes.
Okay. So you guys, you've got the road coming up on the right side. You see the edge of the woods. You see the path where your group came out, and you also know that this is where you went in. So, what would you like to do with this wagon?
The orange trail was the thicket, right?
The thicket was this trail here, the darker.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, I picked the wrong bad color actually. The thicket tunnel, the secret tunnel, really was from here to here.
Okay.
Okay.
Does the trail right here look like it would be big enough to drag a giant through? or is it pretty tight?
It looks, that one's pretty tight. Yeah, I know that one's pretty
All right. I suggest we continue and follow the road and to another trail that is further north. I think that would be a better base of operations, especially if we have to drag this giant to the wagon.
Very well. All right. So you will another couple of miles up the road to this entrance here. Oops. Here. Yeah. You could get a wagon into there. You could probably get a wagon as far in as there.
Okay.
That's the clearing.
That
with
is
the
that where the
monsters.
yeah, that's what I was going to ask. That's where the scarecrows were, right?
That's where the scarecrows are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Are they still in the same position that I remember seeing them in when we were here last time?
Good question.
They look like they've been knocked over.
Okay.
Some of them. Something came barreling through here, and
Yeah.
you know.
All right. I'm going to say that we're going to set up camp here, not in the circle itself, but just off of the circle, on like next to the trail. And we're going to set up camp and then have the horses facing north to be able to leave.
Okay, I'm gonna mark what's actually a clearing in green. Okay.
Okay.
Because there might be some confusion here as to what's an actual clearing. All right, so over here, this is where
The cabin
was.
where we burned the cabin down. Yes.
Yep. Okay. And then over here is the clearing where the bandit camp is.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Right. Okay. So this is the secret passage that goes into the thicket.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
And the red is where the giant came from.
Yes.
And it was
Originally.
chasing those two people.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
So you're setting up camp on the north end of this first clearing.
Yes.
Okay. Let's see if anything comes a calling.
A giant.
No.
They came to us.
Oh. All right. So you're able to set up camp. And anything else you want to do while you're waiting for?
Yes. In fact, I'm going to, while they're setting up camp and Hilda is directing them as to how to arrange everything. I'm going to begin looking around for digging some worms up from the ground.
Worms. Oh, okay.
Yes.
All right. It's that might be a little challenging given the time of year, but
Okay.
but not impossible. They
All right.
they are there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you want to spend your time digging up worms.
Yes. And despite the weird looks I might be getting from everyone, I am going to cast. I'm going to try to find some birds in the area.
Birds.
Because I want to cast Animal Friendship and make some, which is the one druid spell I know.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
With the intention of making friends with one of the birds to scout the area for the giant.
Nice.
Okay, and the worms are to.
Yeah, so I have to give it some food that it would find, that it would enjoy.
All right. Okay. So, a little under only a couple hours to get there. Really, it's not that far. So, why don't you roll 6-sided dice?
All right.
And for every hour, all right. If you roll a 1 or 2, you find enough worms. Okay.
Oh, 5.
Well, there's 1 hour. Go again.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's fine. Oh, there you go. Okay, so after 2 hours of digging around and pulling up, fallen over trees and logs and stuff, you find enough. You find enough that you think you got enough here to get some birds to come to you. All right.
All right.
All right. So you go ahead and do what it is that bards do to.
Yes.
To make friends with a bird?
Yes, I'm going to perform a small song, and a group of birds are going to gather around me. And eventually, they start eating the worms, and eventually one of them remains.
Mm-hmm.
And it has to save versus spells. And
save versus spells.
Yes.
Okay.
And if it succeeds... it's not affected by the magic, and if it fails, it waits quietly while I perform a binding ritual, which lasts 6 turns.
Nice.
So I guess it's about an hour.
Okay.
Yeah, cool.
I'm just trying to find what I would use for
fighter.
Okay.
Normally, animals are fighter 1. They're treated as fighter 1 for saves.
Okay, let's do that.
Or whatever their HD is. So if their HD was 4, it'd be fighter 4 or whatever, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, this is
this might be like a fighter 0 or half.
Okay. All right. Okay. So I'll make it. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead. Let's. How about you make the roll for the bird? Okay.
All right. An 8.
Okay, that is not going to work on this bird.
Okay, so they pass is what you're saying.
So that failed. So he failed. So he failed.
Yeah. Save failed.
So
that
save failed.
It failed its save.
So that's good.
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
That's
so
good
the
for me.
bird is your buddy now.
Not for
Buddy
him,
bird.
but
Whether it's good for the
us.
bird is yet to be determined.
Yes. Okay. All right. All right. So what are you going to do with the bird?
So I have to spend another 6. A turn is 10 minutes, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So an hour.
Okay, so I'm going to have to spend another hour performing the binding ritual. Well, I guess while everyone else, twiddles their thumbs.
Well, they're all making camp, right?
Yeah.
While they're making.
Well, I mean, it's already been 2 hours, so this is going to be the third hour.
Yes. Okay. Well, let's see if during this time, as they're making camp and they're talking and they're doing things, does something take notice of it? No. Oh, nice, sir. With you tonight, my friends. Okay. So you carry out your binding ritual, and now you have this bird in the hand, so to speak.
All right. I'm going to basically ask it to, fly around and see if it finds I don't know. Oh, actually, could I do a lore roll to see if I know what giants live in? Like, what their homes are?
Very
Sure.
Tolkien-esque, all of this. So cool.
Sure.
So
Okay,
cool.
go ahead.
All right. Oh, now I failed.
Okay. Yeah, but you've heard lots of different stories. I don't know.
I'm going to ask the bird to try to find a cave or a large, just a cave, I guess. I don't know what else they would live in.
Okay.
I mean, they're not going to have a giant-sized hut or anything. So I mean, you got to see that. For
which way do you want the bird?
Right.
He might.
You want the bird to go flying all over the woods to find a cave?
Yes.
Do you see through its eyes, or does it have to come back and?
No. It has to come back and tell me.
All right. Okay. So this little, I'm thinking like it's a robin. All right.
Sure. Yeah.
And it goes.
I expect you to whistle, Todd, when you speak to him.
Whatever. Okay. So he goes flying off, and oh my gosh. How many 10 minutes is this going to take for him to find it? How many turns? How many turns? It takes 10 turns.
Oh wow!
Nice.
Stop
Oh my
tweeting at
gosh.
the giant,
Actually,
man!
that's
Come
not
on.
bad.
Bird is like so.
Not
So
even
that's
an
going
hour
to
and
be.
a half, or just
That's
over an hour.
That's almost 2 hours because it's an hour and 20, right? So
Yeah.
well, we
We're
got to
going to
have
know
a chat.
exactly where they are by the time.
That's right. But in the meantime, while you're waiting, does anything find you?
Oh my
No,
God.
the first one, and then one more.
Right.
Uh-oh. The giant comes to you. Unfortunately, the poor little bird got away before the giant falls upon you, right?
All right. Well, something is coming, but we're gonna go back to Blackfish Bay.
Ooh.
Oh, great.
Right? Okay.
Suspense.
All right. Back to Blackfish Bay, and you two have made your way into the town proper.
Mm-hmm.
You see the retrofitted temple of Thraxis. Maybe they've installed some wooden dragon heads on the corners of the building or whatever.
Right.
All right.
And I imagine
large.
I'm even with my stumped feet.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hustling. I'm like 3 steps ahead of Osric. I'm in such a hurry.
Yes, to get there. Yes. All right. And so the doors are open. Inside, you see a small altar, a wooden statue of some sort of dragon creature, wings outstretched over the altar, and there are a couple of adepts here, acolytes, I should say, acolytes moving about.
I'll come in. Again, quickly, look about in haste, and the first official-looking acolyte or priest I see, I will head toward, and I will begin to speak at them from a distance first. Hello, and I'll bring my hands up on my feet. I am in need of great aid, and I'll begin to whimper and cry a little bit as I get to them.
Oh, yes, and they.
I am in need of great aid.
Come, you poor unfortunate. And they bring you over to a bench, more like a pew, I guess, over to the side there, and they look at you and oh yes, this is most unusual.
I was told the priestess of Thraxis could heal me, could reverse this affliction. Yes,
Triton could perhaps take care of this if he is willing to entertain your affliction. Yes. Very well. You stay here. We will. My assistant here will bandage you as best we can. I will go speak with Triton presently and return. And he runs out of the
Okay.
of the temple. I don't know where he went. Okay, he's gone for a few minutes, but they kind of clean you up. All right, and let's see how he's feeling today. There he comes. Okay, all right. So they come back, and the acolyte said, "Yes, he comes. Please, and they give you refreshment and all that because you've been on the road." And presently, this gentleman here walks in.
Oh, nice.
And this is Priton, the new bishop of Blackfish Bay, right? And he comes in and he's like, my friends, I have heard there's a great affliction here.
And I will
Please show me.
Show him my hands. I'll reach out, to him with all, and I'll bring my
Seems
like
to
my
have
feet
gotten
up.
this.
Oh,
Yeah, seems to have gotten this in the Eastwood.
yes, I have
Roots grow
heard
out
of
of
this
his hands
affliction.
and feet.
You are one of the rooted now, as they call them. Yes, most unfortunate. But fortunate for you, Thraxus is here to alleviate your affliction.
Yes, amen. Hail Thraxus.
Yes. Indeed. I trust you have the 18 gold pieces.
I quickly,
which we
clumsily bring him out and count them out hurriedly. Give him, 19 or whatever, kind of hurriedly.
He looks at you like very distasteful. He does not handle coinage.
I'll look about for whoever will take it.
Yes.
Yes.
And one of them quickly comes over with a bowl and takes your money. Yes, and then scurries away with it. Right.
Okay.
Very well. Well, please come over to the altar, and we shall pray to Thraxus and see if the dragon god will indeed answer your prayer. Very well. As you know, that money you just spent is just to initiate the prayer.
Petition.
Thraxus.
So of course remove my helm and my chainmail coif, right, and then put it down and
Yes.
kneel
And
pray with them.
He kneels down in front of the altar and he prays this big long, prayer to Thraxus and asking the dragon god what will it take to heal this poor wretched soul, O great Thraxus. And then he looks as if he's hearing a voice. And then he says, Thraxus has spoken. It will take but 91 gold pieces to heal you of this affliction.
I hand what the gold.
He kind of opens up one eye and kind of looks over at you guys.
I hand what left I have over to Osric, and then I start to I hand over the warhammer, and I hand over my gear, and I say take this and sell it. Get what you can. Is there any installment program, priest? Can I pay as I go?
Oh my gosh. He does not know what this means. Installment program. No.
I scrounge through my pockets, right, and I pull out like the 9 pieces of gold that I have left.
Right.
9.
Well,
Right,
27 plus 9.
No, but 27 plus 9,
So it was like 36.
36.
This is unfortunate.
And, yes.
I would be more than willing to heal you of your affliction, but I serve Thraxus, and Thraxus, this is what he demands.
Yeah, so I'll turn to Osric and hand him the Kraken's warhammer, my quiver with arrows, my bow, my dagger. I'll keep my mace, my chain. I'll let the shield go. Go sell this for what you can.
Oh no!
I will with all haste.
All right, okay. So let's see if we can. Let's go to the list here quickly and see if we can make up
So
The
a
hammer.
quiver of arrows, war hammer.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, the Warhammer. Actually, you can get a little more for that Warhammer because they're pretty sure that the head is coated in silver.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
So you can get 20 for that.
Oh, nice.
Does
that
the
gives us
18 he
56.
already paid? Does that count?
No, the 18 was just to entertain.
Down payment.
Oh, okay.
Down payment.
Okay.
109. Wow.
So that's 56 with a hammer. That's 56. The quiver of arrows and the bow.
Quiver and arrow. Okay, so you got a long bow, short bow?
I just have bow here. I'm sure it's a short bow. That's all I can afford.
I'm sure it's short.
Yeah, because I'm a dwarf.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay, short bow is 7. Okay, we got
dagger.
Okay. Dagger is 3. Okay,
and
10, so now
shield.
I'm 66. Wait a minute, 66. Wait a minute, your quiver of arrows. How much is the quiver of arrows? I think it's like 1.
It's like 1 yeah.
1. Okay, we're up to 67. Okay.
And shield.
All right. Shield. Oh, shield. Shield's good. Okay, shield. Let's see. Shield. Okay, that's 10. All right, we're up to 77. You're so close.
All right, mace. I'll give him my mace.
Your mace. Okay.
And my
mace.
chain. And my chainmail.
Mace 5. So now we're okay. We're at 82.
Well, the chainmail's
82.
The chainmail is another 20. Okay, that's gonna put us to 102.
Okay.
Oh,
take something back.
Yeah, I'll take the
All right.
11 pieces of gold that we should have left. I'll save those.
Okay, so you're sitting there with almost nothing.
Well, I have my backpack, my clothes, my water skin, my rations, my rope,
and
right.
You know the priest. He doesn't really concern himself looking at you as you're, taking off your equipment. He's kind of occupied. Not really interested. He lets his acolytes handle the transaction.
I run in with the bag. Right, I got it. I have it.
And then he's like, he's like, very well. Please come to the altar. And he goes through all the genuflecting and such for Thraxis and says the words. And sure enough, you can see the root, the woodiness in your fingers starts to go away, and your fingers heal.
Okay.
And your toes heal.
All right.
Awesome.
All right.
Am I actually up to 6 hit points then?
Oh, I'll let you go up to that. I'll let you go up to 6 hit points.
My full 6? Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
Yep.
You can see the obvious relief on my face, Osric, as a tear runs down as I watch it regress, and eventually, I'm normal. Standing there with my boots, sundered, no weapons, no armor, right?
No.
I give the priest, or I attempt to reach out and give the priest a big hug, as he has rescued me from this affliction.
He will have none of that.
No, and I promise you, I promise you, Pryton,
yes,
Father Pryton, that I will give a greater tithing to the Thraxis, the Church of Thraxis in future. Thank you.
Yes, I would hope so. Thraxis has done a great honor to you this day.
Yes, thank you.
Very well.
I'll turn to Osric. Now, I guess we must travel. I don't know how much help I will be to you without armor and equipment, but I am healthy.
We have 11 pieces of gold. Let us keep one to at least buy our way
right.
Back to the lodge. But with the other 10 pieces, you could purchase your shield back if you wish.
right. Well, probably a weapon, at least a weapon.
Or at least a weapon.
Yeah, probably get my mace back or something. Right? I don't know how much, like a short sword, what is that?
Short sword is...
Like 6?
7.
Where is it? Oh, no, short sword, yeah, 7.
Okay, so we'll spend 7 to get a short sword. At least I've got a weapon to fend myself and fight with.
You got something. Okay.
All right.
And are you heading directly back to the Eastwoods?
Yeah, I think we have to, right?
Sure.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm feeling pretty good now. I mean, my this was like, I'm feeling pretty.
Well
I'm feeling pretty. Yeah, I mean, I don't even care that I sold all my gear. I'm just thrilled that I can feel my face with my fingertips.
Yeah. Okay, so so we're gonna go back to our friends in the East Woods as you make your way. All right,
You
and
might all be dead when you get there.
Okay, let's see.
You may be more effective than you thought, George, by bringing this giant upon your head.
Yeah.
Right?
On the way, I'm thinking it's a half day each way, so we'll be there by nightfall. We should spend the night at the lodge, right? And try to
at the long things, right?
I want to leave George in the woods.
Well, I mean, I do have Hilda and 6 other men, so
That's
it's
right.
not like I'm
That's
by
right.
myself.
Yeah.
What could
As long
possibly
as he's
go
got
wrong?
Hilda, he can handle anything, right?
Okay, all right.
As
So
long as you're with me, Hilda, I will face the great Thraxus himself.
yes. So George, back in the East Woods, you two, you 8, I guess, are there, and one of the Longfangs, he's looking into the woods to the west, and he says, "Do you see those maple leaves?"
I see many leaves.
No.
Which ones in particular?
The trees are bare, but there's a tree right there, and you look over and you can see a tree that looks like it has bright red leaves hanging from it.
Like a couple, or like completely full with bright red?
Let me see. Let's give me a moment here. I would say that there is. Okay. All right. Where are you? Okay. Okay. Sure. There's about 20-ish of these bright red leaves hanging in. I mean, there's evergreen trees, and then there's naked trees, right?
Yeah.
And then you see like this 20-ish of these bright red leaves just hanging from the trees, right? And
from one tree or multiple?
From one tree.
Okay.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're looking at it for a minute, and let's see. Why don't you make a lore check? Maybe you would know what this is. Okay.
No, I dismissed it.
Dismissed. Okay. And I'm just going to make a general intelligence check with these guys. What's their general intelligence? Their general intelligence is 13. So 13 or better. And let's see. Let's roll under your intelligence. Roll under your intelligence, sorry. Okay, so they're starting to talk amongst themselves, and one of them goes, we need to get away from that quickly. Those are maple sturges. Don't.
Okay.
Don't.
Did we leave the camp?
We need to vacate the area quickly, because if they get wind of us, they will suck us dry of our blood. So we need to be careful. Yes, and either make our way out of the woods or
quickly
away
pack
from
up.
this clearing.
Yes, let's pack up what we can and throw it in the carts and get the horses going.
All right. Let's see if getting the horse as quietly as possible. They're all trying to be very quiet. There's a 1 in 6 chance, though, that there might be some noise in there. Okay.
Oh, no.
Let's see what happens here. And okay.
Oh,
all right. Horses are quiet. They're trying to keep all the tack and harness from making any noise in the buckles or anything like that. And they slowly turn that wagon around. Are you heading out?
You said that was to the west, right?
Yes, it's
yeah.
It's
So we're gonna head north and get back on that main road and try to find another spot further north, where up here where we haven't been yet.
Okay. All right. Okay. Now, it gets, as you get into that area on the north side of the woods, it gets a little too rugged to take a wagon. Okay? The hills are starting at that point. All right? So you won't be able to get too far past here.
Oh, okay.
All right?
Yeah, I'm not sure what to do here. I get where was it? Could you ping again? Where was it here?
This is about as far as you can get
Okay.
off the road with the wagon.
Yeah, I guess that'll be as far as we go. I guess we're gonna have to venture through the woods. I guess I'm gonna hope the bird finds me. Don't want to go.
Oh yeah, far. Well, by this point you would have the bird would have returned to you. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yes, no, that was I should have told you that. Yeah, the bird did return to you, and the bird communicates to you that there is a large cabin of some sort.
Okay.
Probably around here.
Wow. Wow.
Okay.
Well, I have not been this far, but I think we should set up camp here, and we can start up a scout. We can send out a scouting party in the morning.
So you want to set up camp around here?
Yeah, about as far as out.
Okay.
I can get the wagon.
All right.
And so then, is this all wooded on the wet, like the northwest side of the road, or are all the woods on the southeast side?
Well, this is the edge of the woods right there. Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So the black road is basically the edge of the woods, is what you're
This is the black road, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. So
yeah.
I thought this was a road. Is this?
No.
That's
This
the tree line. It's a tree line.
Road. I should have done that.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
That's the tree line of the fort. Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. I'm still have not changed my.
Okay, so that's where you guys are gonna camp?
Yes.
All right. Okay, so as you're setting up camp, let's just see if anything, you know.
Oh, I know.
Oh, you know.
I've played this game before.
Oh yeah, you know. Okay. So.
Wait a second. Oh, okay.
What?
I thought it was the same result. I just
No.
as last time.
Okay.
Maple surges are following us.
No, they're not following us. This is something else, completely different. All right, and now I just gotta see if you guys are surprised or not. Oh, okay, good. You guys hear noises in the woods, and you see from your. They don't see you, but you see. It looks like some goblins
are that doesn't sound too bad.
About 30 feet inside the woods. All right, and they're unaware of your position.
Wow.
Okay. Is everyone? First of all, is this like the middle of the night, or is this as we're setting up camp?
It's as you're setting up camp.
Okay, so I can make everyone aware of them without drawing their attention.
Yes.
That's
yes.
essentially what I'm asking. Okay. All right. So, I think we're going to try.
And it's a large number.
Oh boy!
It looks like almost 40.
Oh my god!
40! Oh my god!
That's a lot of goblins.
Oh boy!
That is
That's an army of goblins. That's what that is.
Right?
That is a.
Then they are unaware of you.
That is a troop of giant hunting goblins.
Okay.
Oh,
well,
man.
let's go back to our friends who are traveling back to.
Yeah. This is a tough decision.
Well, the dice are making it that way. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Ooh,
That's it.
Let's see. Where's our map here? Okay, so we're heading back. Heading back. Let's see if we have anything happen on the way back to Longfangs. And no. Okay, so you guys get there.
Before we leave, as we're going through the city, and we have like 4 gold coins, right?
Yes.
So I want to buy 2 vials of oil, if I can.
You can at
Because they are at 2
yes,
each, right? So
yeah, there's traders there in town. Edric's is the trader down by the water there. Okay, and you will be able to get oil. Okay. All right. So you've made it back to the Longfangs. You're going to rest there the night.
I don't know. What do you think, Ongar?
Again, I'm feeling good. I woke up to living nightmare. Had Borderland cut my limbs free of the ground. I have been healed. I'm actually feeling gung ho because it can't. I've got a second chance. Right, this is the way I see it.
Hang on, I lost audio there for a second. Feeling
so
good?
My character's feeling pretty. Like he's had a reprieve.
Pretty
He's
energetic.
feeling pretty good. Yeah, he's feeling pretty good. So I could travel on if you are feeling up to it, Osric. But to be honest, I am willing to do whatever. Again, it's a
my
fresh
concern
day.
would be catching up to them in the dark. I ask the guards at the lodge, is there any word? Have the minstrel and your companions
They tell you they have
returned?
heard nothing from them since they left earlier today.
They have not returned with a giant in tow. I can't believe that of George the Lad.
Well, at least word of
I would
his
have thought
lair.
they would be here by now.
In less than 12 hours, it would come back with a giant.
Well, that's what I'm telling them. Yeah.
Yeah. No, so they've heard nothing of the other group. Maybe one of them suggests maybe the giant defeated them.
Well, it's certainly a possibility. Should we risk the road at night, Ungar, or spend it here?
I stand there literally in my, my traveling garb, and a short sword, my backpack, and I say, well, at night would be I am ill-equipped, but at night I am certainly not prepared. It might be best to stay the night here. I mean, what are we at dusk? Are we dark?
There's 8 of them. There's 8 of them and 2 of us.
Right.
Yeah.
Walking the road alone
Right.
at night might call bandits down upon us, or something
much
worse in the dark.
Yes.
But 8 men should be able to at least hold until morning. I don't think they're foolish enough to go after the giant
No.
without reconnoitering first. They would have sent word.
Yeah. Yes.
So let's spend the night at the lodge.
Yes.
All right, so you're going to spend the night at the lodge. Okay. All right, so we'll quickly go back over to the woods and...
God. An army of goblins.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Now, so
I still don't know what to do.
they moved, like I said, they were about 30 feet or so inside the wood. They're totally unaware of you guys. Right? You had surprise on them, so I mean, if you wanted to attack them,
Are they just like standing around? Or
no,
just,
they're
like,
moving
in
through.
camp?
They're moving through.
Um,
Moving through. They are going northeast. So they're tracking from here to here. You would think, all right?
if they're not aware of us and they're headed away from us, I think we should just be as quiet as possible and stay out of view.
All right. Your camp tonight. Are you making a fire?
Well, not while we can see the army of goblins. We're not.
Oh, I mean they'll be gone in a short while. And like I said, there's almost 40 of them, but they move out of sight in a short while, unaware of your presence there.
I think perhaps we should stay. I'd rather be cold than dead this evening. Perhaps we should not start a fire.
Okay. All right.
We may attract
You'll have to
the
snuggle up
goblins
with
to return back and see what the source is.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to roll for one last encounter to see if you guys get through the night without anything else popping up. And let's just see.
Okay.
Here we go. All right.
Oh, that's good.
That's good. Yep.
Nice.
So sun comes up. Well, does the sun come up? What do we got? Another partially sunny, cloudy day, and you have made it through the evening. You're a little colder because you couldn't get a fire going, but yeah. So you two are rested back at the Longfang's lodge, right? And will make your way up to the woods, where you will eventually meet up with George and Hilda and the others.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Excellent.
And as you're doing that, let's just see. Okay, yeah. Oh my gosh, the dice are really in your favor tonight. All right, so by, I don't know, 9 bells, I guess we'll say, you guys are all together.
Right.
And that's where we'll stop tonight. No
Awesome.
evaded danger.
Alive!
Yeah, so now you're together to go in next time and find.
Not for long. Yes. We're
Find the
live,
giant.
but not for long.
Yeah, that's
awesome.
awesome.
Yeah. All right.
Awesome.
That
Well, that's those. I think you guys have encountered the rooted before,
yeah.
but that's the first time that one of you have actually
That's
been
right.
affected by.
Yeah, that's
by one
right.
of
That
them,
was
right?
fantastic. Yeah, great
So-
session. Great session.
You
Yeah.
know,
Sometimes
no
death
combat,
is easier
but
than
it happens.
survival. Sometimes it's easier to just die than to survive. The challenge
Well,
of surviving stinks.
It would have been more cost effective for
Yeah.
you to just die, but
Yeah, making a saving throw. The worst is like, oh man, okay, well, I made a save. No, it's
we
great.
just
It's
paid
great.
like 110 gold pieces so that the giant can kill you, right? It's like,
Right.
it's-
So I get to fight the giant in my underwear, right?
Pretty much.
yes.
That's awesome. That is
I'll
a
mark
great
this.
session.
I'll mark this potential area where
Yes, where
Where
the
the-
giant might be.
giant might be. Okay, I don't know if that'll show up.
About
Bird,
here,
right?
you said?
Yeah, do you see my circle
We
there?
see
Is
the
that
ping.
Yeah.
We see the ping, but we
Oh,
don't.
okay, okay. I'll
That
tell you
was
what.
me. That was me
Okay,
pinging.
I'll
It's
just I'll just
that was
I'll
you.
just reveal. We'll just say this is the area where
right,
the
where the
bird,
bird.
the
Yeah.
bird thinks it is.
Yeah.
And that
Okay.
makes perfect sense because I do
Yeah.
seem to recall the giant running north when he left
Mm-hmm.
the clearing, and I know he came down from this road
The red.
pursuing the
yeah.
people, right? And
That's
then we
literally
right.
that's literally right next to where the bandits were.
Right.
camped.
Yeah. That's what. He's obviously been trying to chase the bandits off, huh?
Well, what I'll let the bird will relate to you that it's actually. Oh, where'd my mouse go? It fell off the desk. Oh my gosh, where'd you go? That's why I need a cordless mouse. All right, so between the bandit camp and where that cabin clearing is, there is a cliff.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
All right. The bandit camp is on the top of the cliff overlooking that.
Gotcha.
All right.
So there are different elevations.
There are different elevations. Yeah.
So
Okay.
it's a great thing because now my original plan was to go through the maze again, and it's
Right.
like, oh my god, we're gonna meet elves, we're gonna meet bandits.
Right. Right.
But now what this means is we can just cut like from where our encampment is now. Just
well, you may have an
go
argument on your hands.
southeast,
You may have an
right?
argument on your hands because Ungar remembers we burned the cabin down because there's a breastplate of armor there. I wore.
No.
So
Yeah.
and I'm without armor, so I
Ooh.
might need to go get that armor
That
before
is
we face the
right.
giant.
You can
That
you
is
can,
right.
Right.
maybe the cliff is not so steep further south, and you can just
So
get right to that cabin.
we'll have to. We may have an argument on on the next section.
Well, if the giant left through the northern portion of the clearing with the cabin that we burnt, that
Yeah.
means he can walk
yeah,
to his thing, right?
from somewhere.
I mean, it's
yeah.
a giant. It might just climb up the escarpment,
Right.
but
Right.
but I don't think the bandits would be risking it if it could climb the
Right. Right. It's somehow
So-
they've been for the most
So there
part
must be
safe.
some sort of path, right,
Right.
that we can take.
Right.
Cool, cool.
Awesome. Outstanding. Another great
Yeah.
session, guys. Love it.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I gotta say, I really
Thanks, Todd.
enjoy the process of learning the setting
Yeah.
as an outsider. I think that's an
good.
interesting, because
Yeah, it's good for you
No,
because
I know a
you're
little-
like a stranger in a strange land.
Yeah.
exactly, and I know a little bit,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Because I have listened to some, but it's great to clarify.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Well,
I remember the
I've
whole
I've
secret
forgotten.
deal.
I've forgotten
Yeah.
almost as much as you're now learning. I mean,
Right,
when we
right.
first started in Joth, we were seekers. I think we were seekers with the Crimson Moon or something. Or I was,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
we haven't been dealing with the seekers because we've been in Blackfish Bay for the last
That's
couple of
right.
years. Yeah,
That's right. And now, like I said, I've kind of changed it so that you can't start off as a seeker here.
right, right.
You have to earn it,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
Yeah.
So, and then too, you have to decide which ones you would like to
right. The
become
Giant
members of.
Ravens or the right. Yeah, that's awesome.
Exactly, right? So,
So I love Todd's map.
Yeah,
And
look at
it's
that.
just- this is mine. that
No,
I-
you
wow.
used, you used that for Blood and Bone, didn't you?
oh, I like that.
Yes.
That was your
That-
Blood and
that
Bone
is-
map. Yeah, nice.
Yeah. And
Beautiful.
And this is the other.
Oh wow!
that I
Oh, that's
did.
really
Wow,
good.
nice.
I like-
Very
wow.
nice.
Yeah.
Very Tolkien-esque. Tolkien-esque.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember
Yeah,
one
I-
of those from the Blood and Bone stuff you were doing. Yeah.
Yes.
I base mine off. There's a gentleman in Australia named Brett Simpson he's got a really nice BX Facebook page.
Wow.
Is it still there? I used to.
yeah.
I did the same thing, but I lost it I can't find him on Facebook anymore. So,
Wow.
Oh, maybe he's changed.
but I recognize when you when you showed me the Joth map, I'm
Yeah.
like, this looks a lot like the guy with
Oh,
the
yeah.
BX.
Yeah, is it
Uh,
and Wormwood? I recommend. I mean, I recognized Wormwood. Is that his or is that your names?
No, that's my names.
Oh, okay.
No, no,
Weirdwood.
it's
Well,
the style.
Weirdwood is
Weirdwood.
like
I'm sorry.
you're gonna
Weirdwood.
find that. You're gonna find that anywhere. That's
What
not.
Yeah.
What we recognized, or at least what I recognized visually from looking at Todd's map, is like this is similar to the mapping style of that
Right.
guy that you just mentioned. So anyway,
Yeah, I really like his mapping. It's just
I
got a
loved
loveliness,
it.
You know.
And even his art style of the characters and everything, cartoon, it was
Yeah.
glorious.
Well,
He's
he's the
got
one
the
that he's the one that
minimalist-
does the line drawings of the party, right?
Yes.
Yeah, those
yes.
are awesome as hell. I mean, awesome.
Oh, yeah.
as hell. And here's what's amazing about it: you wouldn't think that would be so inspiring, but it is.
It
It
is.
is
something
Oh,
that invokes-
Brighthaven.
there's something-
Brighthaven. That's what it's called. Brighthaven.
Yeah, and it invokes
Brighthaven
the imagination.
EXD&D campaign.
Yes,
He's
yes.
he's very enthusiastic and
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, I love those line drawings of his parties and
Oh yeah,
of
I've
the
even
groups. It's so
played
great.
around with that too. He's just got
incredible.
this fantastic style.
Yeah,
Oh, there. Here, I'll show you. Wait a minute. I'll copy this
put it
picture
in
of an ogre
Discord.
that he did. Yeah, general. Let's see if it'll show up here and paste. Okay, and there you go. Let's
And
see.
I'm so envious of good artists, man. It's amazing.
Why is it taking so long?
Well, he inspired me to draw that map, right?
Yeah.
It's like, well,
Yeah,
you
there
know,
he is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
there
love
you
that.
go. He is
Like
awesome.
it's so simple,
Dude,
but
it's
it
amazing.
you know.
But
yeah.
there's something about it that invokes, because it's like a vignette. It leaves enough for you to, it's just amazing.
I know.
I think he may have nuked his Facebook page.
Oh.
But
I'm looking at it right now.
oh, do you? Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
So when you have a chance, message me on Facebook so I can find it again, because I don't know where it is. I used to have it.
That's
Oh,
cool.
okay. All right. Yeah, I'll send you. Actually, I'll send you.
Oh,
an invite.
there it is. Brighthaven BX D&D campaign.
Yeah.
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 So
He does miniatures, the maps, all kinds of stuff. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And he is, I mean, straight up, it's BX only. No OSRs. No, I mean, it is
he's
strict
very
adherence
classy.
to Moldvay. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Very
Let's
cool.
see, there's another
Very
one
cool.
of his characters
Yeah,
there.
I remember that Facebook page when I was on Facebook. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. His
I
drawings
love
are
about
very-
that is, you can quickly get it done, and it evokes it rather nicely, and yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Beautiful art style.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It is.
So that's a style. So that map. So I've never seen his maps. I've only seen his.
I saw
yeah.
the Joth map, and it's like, whoa.
Here, I'll
For
show
a moment
you.
I stopped there, it's like, wait a minute, is it did Todd draw this?
Yeah.
And
Yeah, hold on. I'll copy the image and I'll show you one of his maps. You'll see that.
Oh
and-
yeah, I have
right?
seen that. That's great.
Mhm. Right?
That is so cool.
So,
I have
I
seen
mean,
that. I have seen that.
You don't know how far everything is. It's not.
Don't care. It's
You
amazing.
don't care. It's
Yeah.
just it's over there somewhere, right?
It's gorgeous.
It
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
My God,
Love
dude. Yeah.
Look at his castles.
I
They're
know,
great.
dude.
It's
It's-
like his
it's-
churches.
Yeah. It's awesome
Yeah.
as
Everything.
hell. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and if you read his little recaps, they're so magical,
Yeah.
Yes.
and he's definitely not a grimdark setting.
no.
It's always, oh well, we got to go find butter for
Yeah.
the this and that, and the bandits have stolen the butter again. And
Yeah. His art style kind of reflects his the genre and atmosphere of his.
yeah.
So I think what he did is he started posting elsewhere, like in an open group or something, and at some point he decided to take it private, and
Yeah.
I guess I lost. I didn't
Okay.
realize when he did that, so I lost him. So
Well,
Excellent.
what I could do, because it says here invite.
Oh, please, yes.
Yes.
Okay. So I will. I'll
Yeah,
send you an
that's too
invite
cool.
here.
Too cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
There it is. And John, I'll invite you because you're on there too.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, and I'm just gonna find you. Where are you? Gosh, find.